Hey everyone, this is Jenny Garcia and this is a December daily process video, and I'm going to be working on day 13, but I just wanted to add my journaling to this last page of December 12th. I also have a process video for December 12th. There were a bunch of pages and this was just one more. We went to the library to make little houses, and actually two of these photos are from, actually three, from the library Facebook page, including the one that I took with my little one. And I'm usually not a photo person, I'm very self-conscious about it, but I'm glad that I have that photo because she's growing and starting to do less crafty things with me, which kind of sucks, but it happens. But I'm glad that I have those photos, and eventually she'll come back to it, hopefully. These gold stickers are from the Studio Calico, from an older Studio Calico kit. I don't know if it's available anymore. And the red alpha stickers are from Freckle Fawn. Those 3x8 labels from Studio Calico they have been so perfect for this album and for my new way of adding journaling. That way I can add them directly to the photo like I'm doing right here. I can layer them a little bit on top of a journaling card, and all I gotta do is add a few embellishments. That you don't even have to do that, but if you haven't seen my videos, I love adding embellishments a little bit too much. All of my pages are very busy, so these labels kind of help frame the journaling. And I've been printing my journaling on sticker paper, on clear sticker paper. I'm gonna have it linked below. Most of the links are affiliate links. You don't have to use them, but they do help a lot. And it's been really easy to do it this way, especially during the month of December. What I did was, at the end of the day, I would sit down and write a little bit of journaling about things that we did that day. And this album is actually from 2022. I have all my 2023 journaling printed. I just need to print the photos and put them in the album, and then I'll work on that album eventually. That photo, it's kind of an unusual perspective. I believe is 9:16, the one that you use for stories, and I just wanted a close-up of my kiddo with a board, and she had glasses and a headband that were very Christmassy, and also a little close-up of my bookshelf. It's a bookshelf that I decorate seasonally, and in December I've been kind of trying to go all out. And these tags are from Citrus Twist Kits, and I'm just adding these page attachers. That's from a Studio Calico die, and the paper, I can't remember where, the paper is from Citrus Twist Kits. And the washi that I use is from Paige Evans. I loved her collection. And I rediscovered these photo corners, and they're so cute, but they're quite also, they were not as sticky as before. So I had to use a little bit of extra adhesive, and if I was using either a punch or a die cut that I've made myself, I would have to use adhesive, so I don't mind it that much. And honestly, it's a very old collection, so I'm not surprised that it's kind of giving out. But since I've used it on this spread, I decided to add it to my December daily stash, and I've used most of it, I think. And the chipboard stickers are also from Freckle Fawn, and I just add a little bit of extra adhesive because I don't feel they are as strong. The adhesive is as strong as other stickers, so I just want to make sure it's better to use a little extra adhesive than come back to reassemble pages. And I wanted to add a little bit of ribbon at the very beginning. I was kind of avoiding any pom-poms and ribbons and all that because I already had so many pictures that I thought it was going to make the album super extra, mega chunky. But since I decided to use 2 albums because there was no way I could fit all of that in one, I let myself grab all the pom-pom and the ribbon, so I didn't mind. And I also added more shaker pockets. And this paper is from Yay Today paper, and it's printable. And the letters I made with an old vinyl from Target in a Pretty Little Studio cut file. And I cut my numbers with the silhouette and the Christmas tree with my Big Shot and a scrapbook.com die. And these stars are from the same Target vinyl with I can't remember where I got that silhouette cut file, but it's really easy to find many stars. So the washi tape, the heart, it's an old washi tape from Freckle Fawn, and I still have a bunch of it, and it's so cute. I always love to add little word stickers. So I have a bunch of them, mostly from Pretty Little Studio. Like easily like 95% are from Pretty Little Studio. And I also have these 3x4 photos. And what I always do when I make an album, either December Daily, Project Life, it doesn't matter. What I like to do is to add the photos in the page protectors, because dealing with photos to me it's a little tedious. And what I did with the journaling was also look for the specific days, and I just put it inside of the page protector. That way I don't have to look through anything, read all the journaling to find out the day that I'm talking about. It's just a lot easier. And I love using my handwriting for scrapbooking projects, but I also, because I had so many photos and it was going to be so chunky, I just wanted to make my life a little bit easier when it came to journaling. And it fits, I can fit a lot more in these little boxes using my printer and clear sticker paper than I would if I were using my handwriting, because my handwriting it's pretty big, so I knew that that was going to be a little bit of an issue. And here I have more photos of the day. I was at that moment, I believe I was already starting to document. My kids' school had 12 days of dressing up as whatever instead of Spirit Week. It was a lot, but we made it through. And I think this was a day when it was like about lights. Oh wait, no, that was a different day. I think it was a Jingle Merry Day. I don't know. There were so many prompts, and I did included the little calendar they sent. They sent home. They also sent a digital version, and I decided to print that for my December daily. And I have a bunch of trees in my house, and our little tree that had the handmade ornaments was not ready yet, so Charlotte just put there all of our headbands and all that. And Charlotte is our elf. She lives with us during December, and she has her own little apartment, which is the place where my little one is looking into. And I tried to get all of the Studio Calico labels during sales. They have one right now that it's amazing, and you can get labels for $1, and it's just, they help me with journaling and layering and stamping and all that. Like that, I just wanted to add a little cluster, so I use a piece of a label with a little word sticker and one of the gold stickers. And these ones specifically have lines, so if I wanted to write my journaling really small, maybe using a 02 or even 01 pen, I could have added a little bit of journaling there, but I just wanted to add the number. I like to add the number to every spread because there are many days where I'm going to be working on day 13 for like 3 spreads, and in this album that was very common. I just wanted to make this photo a little smaller, cut out the spaces. Sometimes I don't have an exact plan for my album or my pages, so I don't mind adding a little bit of extra borders or white space in case I wanted to cut them down. And here are the Studio Calico Holly Jolly papers. And I was just looking through all of them to see which ones I could use. And my kids had a science advent calendar that they opened for 2022, and it was so much fun. It was the best advent calendar we have ever used. So a bunch of those photos are related to this advent calendar. And also all the activities that my kids had. I think that after 2020, slowly getting back up to more activities, to being out, to being around people. My photos have grown a lot, like the amount of photos I take. And I have this paper from Feed Your Craft. Feed Your Craft's not around anymore, but you can get their products in the In a Creative Bubble digital shop. And it had photos for 9 spaces. I could have used one of those for journaling, but I am just going to follow the photos that I have. And I'm going to cut the photo that was in the middle in 3 pieces so I could fit the whole thing in my new layout. And most of these collages that I've made, I've kept, like the one for the gingerbread house day. It's a lot easier to do this, especially if you have a bunch of photos to make these collages. And it has been a lifesaver, especially for this album. Like if I were to have all these photos in 3x4 and 4x6, it would be like probably 3 albums. I'm just gluing them with the Tombow Mono Air touch adhesive from Tombow. And Tombow has sales all the time, so if you need adhesive, this is my current favorite one. And at the beginning I was just going to glue the middle one just like that, but it felt a little bit off, so I just decided to cut it once I had the other photos. I'm just trying to mark the lines where I should be cutting. And this small Fiskars guillotine, it's so awesome, especially if you work in small formats like Project Life and December Daily, even planners, how do you call it, memory planning, all of that. It's with this guillotine is amazing. And I could have taken the digital version of this and just printed like that, but I wasn't planning about that. Maybe I could do that more often, but I usually just print all the photos and then add them to a paper. I could do a little bit of more hybrid scrapping, but I haven't. And this particular project, it was about like making jelly, and it took quite a few days. You have to make the jelly, let it set, then like strain it with a paper towel, and then put it in the tube. And it takes a lot of steps, and eventually kind of blends like a rainbow. So you're supposed to lose the definite lines on it. And the yellow turned out to be like more green. I don't know why. Nobody makes anything wrong, but it happens. And not Studio Calico, Pretty Little Studio is selling digital items, so that is where I get some of my little word stickers too, that I cut myself in my silhouette. And this is how this turned out. And I love it. This is one of the most simple things I've done yet. And here I just wanted to add Jingle All the Way. My little one, the sign that Charlotte leaves, because she uses this little board to communicate, because of course she can't talk in front of people because it's like forbidden or something. So in the board it said, "Jingle all the way, no one likes a half-assed jingler." And that is why I chose that title. And at the beginning, I was going to use the alpha stickers from Paige Evans that have really cool patterns, but they were not popping enough. So I use these white ones. I believe they are also from Paige Evans. They are, thicker, so you can get them whatever you buy your thickers. Joann's, it's the one that always has these, because they come in white and like a navy blue. So the white just pops, like it looks amazing. And I also use the gold photo corners from Chimel. And I have that organizer for all of my holiday die cuts, and it's from We Are Memory Keepers, and it's amazing. It's so cool. I divide them by, type, size, company, and it has space for a lot. There's a mini one and there's a regular one, and this one is the regular one. And I had a few nutcrackers in this bookshelf, so that's why I decided to add this nutcracker. And I'm gonna put 2 circles on his shoulder and a little star on his hat. I just wanted to add a little extra gold. This is how it looks. I forgot to film like a little flip through, but I do have photos of the spreads and close-ups. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna share a few more before I share the flip through. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're having an awesome day. Bye.